You are not broken. The Japanese secret of Wabi-Sabi. I want you to picture a bowl. It's cracked, right down the middle. In most places, that bowl gets thrown in the trash. It's damaged, not good enough anymore. But in Japan, there's a tradition where that crack gets filled in with gold. Not hidden, not sanded down, highlighted, made the most beautiful part of the whole bowl. And I think you need to hear that story today, because somewhere along the way, a lot of us started believing that our cracks, our mistakes, our scars, our unfinished, messy, imperfect lives mean we're broken. You're not. Let me show you why. There's a Japanese idea called Wabi-Sabi. It's hundreds of years old, and it comes from two separate words that slowly grew into one feeling. Wabi used to describe the quiet loneliness of living simply, away from the noise of everyone else's expectations. Over time, people stopped seeing that as sad. They started seeing it as freedom. A humble, honest life, stripped of pretending. Sabi described the way things look after time has touched them. The way wood weathers, the way metal changes color, the way a face gathers lines from years of laughing and living. Put those two feelings together, and you get Wabi-Sabi, the belief that something doesn't have to be new, flawless, or finished to be beautiful. Sometimes it's more beautiful because it isn't. If you've ever looked at yourself and thought, I'm too worn down, too far behind, too messed up to be okay, Wabi-Sabi is the 600-year-old rebuttal to that thought. This philosophy didn't come from a palace. It came from a tiny room. Centuries ago in Japan, wealthy people used to host tea gatherings as a way to show off. Imported gold cups, flawless imported china, anything to prove how much money and status they had. A tea master named Senno Rikyu looked at all of that and said, "You're missing the point." He built tea rooms so small and so plain that even the most powerful warlords in the country had to duck down and crawl through a tiny door just to get in, leaving their swords, their titles, their whole performance of "I'm important" outside. Inside, he'd serve tea in a rough, handmade, slightly uneven bowl instead of a flawless imported one. He was trying to tell people something. All that polish you're performing on the outside, it's not what makes you worth sitting with. There's a story about him that's been told for generations. He had a garden full of beautiful morning glory flowers, and word spread about how stunning they were. A powerful ruler asked to come see them. When the ruler arrived expecting a garden bursting with color, every single flower had been cut down. Nothing but bare stems. Furious and confused, he walked toward Rikyu's tea room anyway. And inside, in the quiet dim light, sitting alone in a simple vase, was one single flower. The best one, given all the attention that 100 flowers had been sharing before. Rikyu wasn't trying to disappoint him. He was trying to teach him something most of us still need to learn. You don't need to be everything, all the time, to be worth someone's full attention. Sometimes one honest, unpolished, imperfect version of you, fully seen, means more than a version of you performing at its best. Here's where this gets personal. Somewhere out there, you've probably been carrying around the idea that you're behind, that other people have it figured out, and you don't. That your struggles, your slow progress, your bad days, your scars, physical or otherwise, are proof that something is wrong with you. Wabi-Sabi says, no, that's not proof you're broken. That's proof you're a person who has actually lived. Think about the practice of Kintsugi, repairing a broken bowl with gold instead of hiding the crack. The idea isn't, let's pretend this never broke. The idea is, this bowl broke, and it's still here, and now the break is part of its story. And that story makes it more valuable, not less. That's you. Every hard season you survived, every version of yourself you had to rebuild, every relationship that ended and taught you something, every time you fell apart and pieced yourself back together. None of that disqualifies you from being whole. That is what being whole looks like for a real person. Nobody who has actually lived arrives undamaged. The gold isn't hiding the crack. The gold is saying, "Look what I made it through." You don't need to wait until you're fixed to be happy. You don't need to hide the parts of your story that feel unfinished. You are allowed to be a work in progress and still be worthy of a good life, right now, today. Cracks, gold seams, and all. So what does this look like in real life? It looks like letting go of the idea that happiness is waiting for you on the other side of perfect. Perfect isn't coming. It was never coming. Nobody's actually there, not the people who look like they are. It looks like noticing beauty in the plain, ordinary, unfiltered parts of your life instead of only the highlight reel moments. A quiet morning, a worn-in pair of shoes, a friendship that's lasted because it's real, not because it's flawless. It looks like treating your own scars, the ones people can see and the ones they can't. The way Kintsugi treats a crack, not something to hide, something that's part of an honest, ongoing story. And it looks like giving yourself permission to be like that single morning glory flower. Not the loudest, not the most impressive, not competing with 100 others, just fully, honestly present, exactly as you are right now. That's enough. That was always enough. So if today you're feeling like you're behind, or broken, or too far gone to be happy, I want you to picture that bowl again, the one with the gold seam running through it. Nobody looks at that bowl and sees damage. They see a story. They see something that broke and came back more beautiful for it. That's not just a Japanese art form. That's an invitation. You are not behind. You are not broken. You're just a person becoming who you are, one honest crack at a time. And every single one of them can be filled with gold. If this left you a little gentler with yourself than before, you know where to find us. The Calmest Room is always open. New videos every week. Close your eyes. Take one breath. You are not broken. You are Kintsugi. You are Wabi-Sabi. You are beautiful.